live. Alright. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Kadash, double honors to the apostles and others of the great millstone, taught us his truth. Shalom to the elect, to the men that died doing the work, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, because they should have us first. To the men, women, and children that believe on the true name of the Father and the Son, which the Father's name is Yahweh, he exists. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai, he is the deliverer, because he's coming to deliver us out of this captivity that we're in. Alright, just going to go right to the point, man. Doing a little sit down. The weather's kind of messed up outside, being as though the little hurricane weather. You gotta name this. Everybody's talking about the Israelites, man, because that's a heavy topic, and it's been going on for a while. They really intrigued with us, you know, because we're actually telling the truth. You know, we've been telling the truth for a while. Now all of a sudden things are starting to happen. Events are happening that we've been speaking about. All we do is search the scriptures for them, man. You know, so got the first scripture, Romans 9:25. Want to grab that? Okay. You know, because the Lord said He's going to give us fame in the land that we've put to shame, man. Right here, we haven't been known as the Israelites. We're known as Negroes, African Americans, black, coons, right, niggas. You know, all the different bywords that you know the Lord gave us through the through Deuteronomy the 28th chapter. Let's see that.
And none of that deals with the land or people.
That's right.
If you look at the words that we've been given.
That's right.
And given by whom? Right? So why do you people believe once we wake up, we're going to continue to believe what you've told us?
That's right.
That's not going to happen.
That's right.
We're going to speak the words of this book.
That's right.
Not what you told us. Mm-hmm. Like, come on, man.
That's right,
those days are over.
That's right. That's why they mad, you know?
They mad. This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 25. As he said also in Osee, I will call them my people, which were not my people, and her beloved, which was not beloved.
And that's what we're being called now. Now we know that we Israelites. Because you go back, it started with high priest Abba Bivens, Rabbi Abba Bivens. You know, when he came on the scene, he started teaching. You know, which he is known to us as John the Baptist through the Spirit. You know, because he turned his back to the Father for us to start believing in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua again. You know, praying to Him and getting to know Him, man. You know, but but our people knew that they was Israelites, the slaves. They just couldn't speak it. Because if they spoke it, they got put to death, man. And that's why our scriptures tell you, say our people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, man. Because if you don't know who you are, then how are you going to know where you're going, man? You know?
And how is it in this world, in this time today, you can be anything you want to be.
It's okay.
And it's okay.
That's right.
Until we call ourselves the Israelites.
That's right. Look at Kyrie Irving, for example. When he hey, shalom, bro. But when he was calling himself a Muslim and all that, no backlash. They was interviewing him. He still had his endorsements. He had all that. But soon as he started saying, well, he didn't even call himself an Israelite. He just put I guess he tweeted, gave a link to the movie from Negroes to Hebrews, from Hebrews to Negroes. Yeah. You know, so he catching all this backlash, you know.
You gotta ask yourself, how can it be that you can be anything you want to be, and it's okay until again we call ourselves Israelites.
That's right.
You gotta ask yourself that.
Yeah.
Somebody got some explaining to do. not explaining, some explaining to do.
Good.
You know what I mean?
I got Swift real quick.
Okay.
Forgive me, man. Down the hood. just for what you just said about the, you could be called anything except for who we really are. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 37. To that. And this is what you're going to be known as. You're not going to be known by who you are. But this Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37. And it reads, hold on. It says that thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword among all nations, whither Yahweh shall lead thee. So wherever you go around this whole planet, this globe, you're going to be known as a proverb. You're not going to be known as an Israelite, man. Whether you in England, you're going to be a black Englishman, or African Englishman, because they all try to tie you back to Africa, man. Whether you in Asia, you'll be known as an African Asian. You won't be called an Israelite, man. You're going to be called by those different names. And they all call you niggas, man. Every last single nation, man. They got some type of word for you that they call you, that the Lord doesn't call you by, man. He calls you by his name, man. You know by his name. What you got, bro?
Verse 26.
25 again.
25 again?
Yeah,
all right, back to the top.
Yeah, come.
Book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 25. As he saith also in Osee, I will call them my people, which were not my people, and her beloved, which was not beloved. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the living power.
And that's what's happening right now. And that's a prophecy that already started happening. That's why they mad, man. This prophecy has been fulfilled. Because we're calling ourselves Israelites, and lands that we came up in, when we grew up, we thought we was African Americans. We thought we was black. We thought we was Negroes, man. Whatever they called us, that's what we was going for that. But now once we start talking about who we are, everybody want to talk about the Israelites now. It's sparking an interest in them. And that's what they're scared of, man, because they know once we turn back to our power, it's over for them, man. They know that their kingdom is coming to an end, man. That's why it says, what's that? Solomon? Let me grab that real fast.
And Yahweh Shemashai is putting that vibration out.
That's right.
He's putting that spirit across all the lands.
God.
Right. And they can't stop it. And that's that's where their fear is coming.
Yep. God.
And when it says Osei, just for edification purposes, it's talking about Isaiah the prophet. God. Right? And that's Isaiah 63.
Okay. That's the
that is verse 8.
Where's it?
No, it's verse.
You got one better. Just to bring it out. About Uncle Sean. I got a Swift one too.
I got another one. This one. Different one now.
That's what been out. This one.
Oh, go ahead.
Been out.
Well, this is in Luke, chapter 6, and it's trying to bring to the point where, guess what? We're on a solid foundation in terms of what we know as truth, because it's from this Bible. And when you have that solid foundation, there's nothing going to shake you.
Right.
So no endorsement, no job, no woman, no family, no friend, no nothing is going to shake you. So for everything that's been thrown at me and a brother, guess what? Our foundation's on a rock. So just want to bring this out real swiftly. It's the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 47. So keep it coming, because you ain't stopping nothing.
That's right.
Whosoever cometh to me and heareth my sayings and doeth them, and that's what we're doing. We're doing them. We're hearing the sayings by reading the scriptures and doeth them. I will show you to whom he is like. He is like a man which built an house and dig deep and laid the foundation on a rock.
That's right.
And when the flood arose, the stream beat vehemently upon that house and could not shake it, for it was founded upon a rock.
And yo, that's heavy right there, because the scripture's talking about what's that one said? He shall come in like a flood. You know. Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick, because we that rock we're the rock is Yahweh. He's the chief cornerstone. You know, and that's what we build our faith on and everything, man. You know, with when he was here walking the earth over 2,000 years ago, which in his book, which is our comforter, we believe on those words, man. It's in the gospel. You know, because we was back there walking amongst them. You know, we was back there. We the same people that was back then. We're here now, and that's why I said in the regeneration that we will follow. You know, and look at the way they talked about Yahweh back then. Everybody was talking about Yahweh. It was a controversy. You know, the miracles that he performed, even to when the Herodians, you know, wicked scribes and Pharisees, they went to the Herodians, man, to get Yahweh put to death, man. They plotted, that's the word I'm looking for. They plotted on Yahweh's death, man. You know, they conspired together in secret how they was going to do it and when they was going to do it, you know. So everybody was talking about Yahweh, and then, you know, they talking about the Israelites now the same way. You know, they want to know, like, wow, how are these men waking up? Like Apostle Gabar always bring out, and I was watching a video about that earlier, well, not earlier, but earlier this week, when he was going into it. It was an old video when he said when they was out there teaching, I forgot which street it was, he said a black limousine pulled up. He said a dude hopped out and looked at the signs and was like, how did you guys get that information? We spent billions of dollars, millions of dollars for y'all not to get that. You know, so you can't, you're not going to be able to hide the words of Yahweh Shai from his people, man. You know, why? Because he told us that we was going to get it in a land that we was put to shame. You know, what we was called not his people, but we are his people. So what? We going to get that understanding back. You know, as he says, what he gives his secrets to what his prophets, man. You know, but I'm gonna read this real quick. Going into because this is another thing that they're talking about when we started coming back to highways and hedges. You know, as we did in the ancient time, because the Lord always put a prophet out there to speak before he brought a nation down, you know, a kingdom down. And this kingdom is fallen, so he had to bring his men back out again, you know. But this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, starting at verse 1. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. How they make no account of our labors, man? You know, this place was built on our backs. You know, it's a lot of things. Matter of fact, and even with this dude Kanye West. Matter of fact, going before him, Run DMC. Adidas wasn't even known before Run DMC actually put that stuff on and started wearing it. You know, and that's when it really blew up, and everybody was wearing it. Now they got all this money, just like Nike and all that, man. They needed us to promote that stuff. That's why you tell a man, man don't make clothes don't make a man. The man makes the clothes. You know, when you see somebody famous wearing something, you want to get the same thing that he has. So you chasing after that. So that's some idle stuff. But even making accounts of our labors, look what we built up. Even in Egypt, we built all that up. So they're in the same spirit. We built this whole nation up, man. This whole this right here, Babylon and their kingdom came out the backs of us, man. All the inventions that was made came out the backs and sweat of our ancestors, man. But they make no account of that. But now once we start knowing that, now, oh snap, yo, these dudes, they talking crazy. We gotta shut them up, you know.
Right. Let us talk crazy then.
Exactly. If we lying,
Right.
You know?
Leave it alone.
Exactly. But it says, verse 2, back in Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 2, it says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. And that's what's happening now. They troubled with terrible fear, it says, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond that they look for. You know, so when them chariots come back and deliver his men, because they about to start putting us in a concentration camp, round them brothers up, man. You know, they already got a list and everything of who they want. You know, even some of you people that ain't even in the truth, man, they gonna round your ass up too. You know, you Bible thumpers that's in the churches, y'all gonna fool, man. And a lot of y'all gonna get put to death too. You know, because you know something ain't right, but that don't mean the Lord is working with you. But there's a lot of people that they gonna put to death, man. And that's coming soon. It says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this is he, it's like it, this was he whom we had sometime vision. And the proverb or reproach, which we just read that in what? Genesis, no, Slack, not Genesis. Deuteronomy 28 and 37. You know, talking about the proverb, the reproach, you know, that's what we are. Because people, man, you walk down the street now and it's a heathen or something, they look at you, they like, you try to talk to them, they really look at you like you're disgusting, man.
Right.
You know, I laugh at them now because like, I know who I am. So that's how we going to look narrowly down at them in the kingdom, man. You know, like, yo, this was the man that had the whole world of trembling. Like, come on, man. Yeah. Right. Like, this guy right here, look at Jacob Rothschild. Look at how he looks, man. They some Poindexters, man. Some weirdos. But it says now they're going to know that they was fools. It says, we fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of God, the Most High? And his lot is among the saints, man. You know? So we the same. When it talks about the saints, all the saints was us, man. Them people can't be saints, man. They wicked, man. You know? But now they all want to talk about us. Why? Because we're coming back into our lots. The Lord been working with men so long because why he had to do that is for them to gain that confidence, because we're broken people, man. We're very broken people. And if you don't believe that, then I don't know what to tell you, but we hurting, man. You know? So the Lord has to give you that comfort and build you up to believe on him completely, man. And that's when your strength comes, man. Then once that, then all hell's gonna break loose. And that time is coming real soon, because those men finally got it in their heads, man. You know, it got to be drilled in your head. We learn with repetitiveness, you know? And that's why they're talking about it. That's why they're trying to set this man up and that man up to try to keep that smoke screen so you don't fully believe, man. You know, you got to be fully persuaded, man.
Yeah. No, and Salakia, I said, Osei was Isaiah.
It was.
It's Hosea.
Nah, it is Isaiah.
Isaiah 29 is Isaiah.
Now look, you was right though. Look, check it out. Because it's so salvation, right? Look.
Yeah.
Sure, go.
Strong's G 5617. Hosea.
All right, so it's Hosea. It says Hosea, salvation, and it says, it says the well-known Hebrew prophet, son of Berea, and the contemporary with Isaiah.
Yeah, they did say some similar stuff. But this is Hosea actually 1 and 10 that I was referring back to. And it says, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God.
Don't put the gun out. Nah, that's cool. Nah, that's the spirit, man. That's the spirit. Nah, that's the spirit. Yeah, because that goes right with what we started off with. Yeah. With Romans, 9:26. Yeah, you know, because that's where we was put to shame here. You know, man, bad. You know, we had to be brought very low, man, broken. Because the pride of our people before, man. You know, we went off. Though you even had our people say they was the ones that put Yahweh shot to death, man.
Right.
You know, so we gotta pay for those things, man. But the Lord gonna have mercy on his men. And that's why we gotta teach it, you know? Yo, shalom to the brother Magan, man. And the brothers on the comment, but shalom, y'all since I worked for we got in Jeremiah 32 and verse 38, about Shah. You know, this is all about them talking about the Israelites, man. Because like the brother said, if we was lying, let us lie then. Y'all been lying for a long time, man. You know? They've been lying for a long time, but once we start speaking against their lies, they want to make us liars. No, man. It don't work like that. You know? And that's how you know that we're telling the truth, because we're saying it's going to happen, and it's coming straight from the scriptures. These are not our words. We're not using our words. We go into the scriptures and we break it down. That's why they try to set up your vocab loans, man, your Kanye Wests and all them, man, because they already sold out. They know that this economy is about to collapse, and they're trying to be on the next wave, man, to keep their money going. So if something, like, you gotta look into that Phoenix rising. When you look into that, you understand that more, man. You know?
And hey, just ask yourself, what are you so mad about?
Yeah,
because we mind our own business.
That's right.
We teach the word.
That's right.
So ask yourself, what are you so mad about that we know who we are?
Okay. Tell them why you mad, son.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. But we do know. We know how the Lord put that spirit on it, and we know in Romans 9:2, you know, that Jacob and Esau, hey, there's a perpetual hatred there, right?
Yeah, kind of.
We know that.
Yeah, they hate us because they ain't us.
Right.
You know?
So you said Jeremiah 32?
Yeah, 38, Baba Kassan.
Yeah. I got it right here. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 32, verse 38. And they shall be my people, and I will be their power, and I will give them one heart and one way, that they may fear me forever.
That's right.
For the good of them and of their children after them.
That's right. See that? Read that again, Baba Kassan.
Okay.
Yo, shalom, bro. My man Fisher turned 100. So, brother.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 32, verse 38.
God.
And they shall be my people, and I will be their power.
God, that's right. Because right now, yo, look at, I think you could start up probably a couple more verses. But not because it's going into like, all right, prime example, the 2/3. They want to be Muslims, they want to be Christians, they want to be Baptists. You even have 2/3 that know that they're Israelites, man. You know, but as a whole, we're not all calling on Yahweh and Yahushua. You got people calling on Yeshua, Elohim, what's the number one?
They just shorten it. Yah. They just say
Yeshaya, Yeshaya, a whole bunch of different names. So as a whole, we're not calling on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man, Ba'ashem Arakakadash, as a whole unit, man. Because if we did that, we'd be in the kingdom, man. Mm-hmm. You know? So that's why it says, I will be their power. You know, he's going to turn us back to him. You know, where we could call on him. But that's why they want to keep that talking going on amongst each other to try to keep us separate, man. Because they see that we're turning back to the Lord, but the only ones that's truly going to turn back to him is the elect, man. You know, and the rest, you know, you're going to, the 1/3, they're going to get it from the elect. You know?
Yeah. You want me to go up or you want me to continue down?
We keep going.
Okay. And I will give them one heart and one way, which is what the brother was just saying, in terms of that one mind, right? So that we are all on one accord.
And and then just for you, some dudes is real silly out here, man, in Israel. Just like when Yahweh Shah said, I and my Father are one, right? He wasn't saying that he was the same person. They was on one accord.
Right.
You know, and that's what that's saying. We know we're Israelites. We're not all the same, you know, Israelite. We all have different spirits, you know. So what we're all going to have one mind. We're going to be what? All in the same accord. We're going to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. We're not going to have to teach it to each other no more because it's going to be second nature. Well, first nature, like riding a bike, man. Or if you drive a car, you're not drive a car, you don't even think about it. You know, just like you're going to know when the holy days come up. It ain't going to be no more that, well, we do it on this day. Well, we do it on this day. Nah, it's all going to be the same, man. You know?
And I will give them one heart and one way, that they may fear me forever,
That's right.
for the good of them and of their children after them.
That's right.
And I will make an everlasting covenant with them.
That's right. See that? God.
That I will not turn away from them to do them good, but I will put my fear in their hearts, that they shall not depart from me. Yea, I will rejoice over them to do them good, and I will plant them in this land assuredly with my whole heart and with my whole soul.
And that's what we're looking for. You know, and these other nations, they know that, man. They know that. So they like, nah, man, we gotta shut this down. We can't let them get into their power, man. It's like, you know, you got a star basketball player on the team. You know they gonna make it to the champ. They gonna win the championship as long as they healthy, man. So what you try to do, first of all, you try to start breaking up the team with different lies and bullshit like that. Or try to throw things in the game, you know, to the point you're physically gonna want to put your hands on. Like, now we gotta break this nigga leg or something, you know. And that's what they, man, I'm telling you, that's what it's gonna come down to. But that's why the Lord said, you gotta be faithful to death. You know, that's why they're all talking about Israel. They're talking about the Israelites now on the high scale. You know, and that's where that fame kicks in, man. Because before, we was just known as regular niggas, man. Look at them niggas, man. Now it's like, oh, shit, these niggas are serious. Because you can't break it up like you did the Bloods and Crips. You know, what's some other,
BDs and GDs.
yeah, yup, them,
Yeah.
What's the name? Shit. The Black Panthers. The Black Panthers with Huey Newton and all that. You know, when they was actually trying to, you know, like that, the movie, if you ever saw The Black Messiah, man, was talking about the guy in Chicago, which was you know, he was an Israelite, but he was just, his whole mindset was for that Black Panther movement. And he was actually bringing people together, man. They saw that like, oh, hell no. And that's how you know that these people know the scriptures, because they like, yo, when they start seeing a man put himself together, or his people start coming together for the right of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and they want to throw you off, man. They want to kill you, man.
Right, because here we are trying to get follow the law, statutes, commandments in this Bible.
That's right.
And you want to demonize that? Talk to me. Like, how are you trying to demonize that? What you don't want us to do, you don't want us like a lamp. You can't turn on a lamp if it's not plugged into the power source, right? So you don't want our light to shine. You don't want that light to turn on.
I got you.
You know?
That was a hell of a
Matthew 5. You don't want that light to turn on.
I got something else for you.
Oh, kind. You know, you want that thing to stay off. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, we turn that light on. Hey, you're gonna see a whole lot of stuff.
That's right.
That's messed up, right? And that's how we're opening the minds really to the elect, because that's the only ones that's gonna get it. But you don't want that to be shown to the world either, or the 2/3, even though they're not gonna get it anyway, because the Lord then gave them eyes, but they can't see, and ears, and they can't hear.
That's right.
You know, but we are that light of the world, and that's when we wake up, we get plugged into that power source. That's what you want to do. You want to keep disconnecting.
Second. Ooh. Yeah, I got
That one?
Hey man, that was beautiful. I'm gonna start at the top, man. But it's a lot on here. It says, "I'm the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away, and every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it, that it may bring forth more fruit." So like the brother said, going into the power source, but it's like a different way of explaining it with a tree. Right, it says, "Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. Abide in me, and I in you, and the branch as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine. No more can ye say, except ye abide in me." So we can't do nothing without Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. That's why we have to stay plugged into it, man. All right? Because what they talk about family trees. Well, this is a family tree. That's why it goes into our lineage. It says, "I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me, you can do nothing. You know? That's right to the point.
God.
Without me, I'm going to read it again.
I like that. Yeah, what's that precept? I'm going to write that down.
John 15 and 5.
God.
It said, I know I put some substance on it, but this mainly the point.
Yeah.
It says, I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me, ye can do nothing. You know? It says, verse 6, it says, if a man abide not in me, he is cast forth as a branch and is withered, and men gather them and cast them into the fire, and they are burned. So look, man, we gotta, like the brother said, we have to stay plugged in to what? Yahweh Shah. We gotta stay plugged into that power source. Because if we don't, like a tree, they cut the branches off. The wind can blow, like a hurricane or something, the wind can blow that branch fall off, that leaf fall off. You know what they do? They gather them up. That's what they call the F word, the FAG, that word. They're bundled with sticks. That's what the word means and what they're going to be done. Cast in the fire and burn up, man. You know? But you can't say that because these people are sensitive. A lot of people going to burn up, man. You know? That's why they want to try to keep, the Israelites, they want to keep your mind occupied with all this bullshit, basically.
All
That's
types
all it
of
is.
philosophies and everything else that we ain't got no business really worried about. We're not saying you can't enjoy yourself here and there, but if you occupied in that, then hey, you're not occupied in the word.
That's right. That's right, bro.
So I got a swift one.
Come on, bring it
This is
out.
the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 14. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. And that's they want us to be underground, right? Yeah. They didn't know they made this WWW for us.
That's right. Yep.
Yep. And because it makes it easier, right? This gospel can be preached around the world in an instant.
That's right.
Right.
That'll go out further than us standing on the corner.
Right. Right. Because we can't hit every corner.
Yeah, it can.
Right.
But this will hit the whole globe.
Right. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel.
Kind.
So hey, once you come into this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, it's your duty, your righteous duty, to put up these videos,
right.
to go out to the highways. What it's trying to do is stop you from putting up videos, stop you from going out and preaching the word.
That's right.
Hey man, it's not going to happen.
That's right.
It's just not going to happen.
That's right.
Because again, our righteous duty is to continue to wake up the hopeful elect. And hey, Lord willing, we be at that number, but we don't count ourselves as that. We want to keep pushing this word out so that, hey, what do? We're doing this so that we can have that salvation, and working on our own salvation with fear and trembling, right? And it says, neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house.
No, you got it, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, man, goddamn. That's tough and spiritual.
Yeah.
Because without the light, like you can't, if you're in a house, it's dark. That's the earth, man. It's full of darkness. So without us out here bringing this word, which is the light, you still be in darkness, man. You'll be walking around bumping into all these different philosophies, still sinning, you gotta die to get to heaven, man. The kingdom of heaven is right here on earth, and it's right in front of your face, but you don't see it because you don't understand what it is. It starts with the elect. The elect are right here on this planet, man. And that's when Yahweh Shah was speaking about, and when he was on the scene, talks about the kingdom of heaven suffer violence, man. That's when we had to run and everything. And we was in Rome, and they started putting us to death and all that, man. Who was this guy? Nero. He was one of the main ones. Yeah, Nero and he the main one that sticks out to me right now. When they was putting us on the using us as light poles, basically set us on fire, light up for their party.
Right.
That's kind of like symbolic to like we really the light. They know that we're the light, but they physically put us on fire, man. To make a mockery of Yahweh Shah, man.
So verse 16 it says,
Con.
let your light so shine before men
Yeah.
that they may see your good works
Mm.
and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
That's right. That's right.
And so, hey, saying those good works is going through the scriptures and bringing it out.
That's right.
You know, because again, our whole purpose is to magnify and glorify the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, not ourselves. It's not about us being on video or being out on the highways and like it's something that we're doing.
Con, yeah.
No, this is through the spirit, power, mercy, and grace of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Nothing to do with us, really. And what we're going to do is preach the word according to the scriptures, not based off of our own feelings, our own mind, but actually what the scriptures say. Got a swift precept for that too. 1 Kings 22 verse 14.
Bring it out.
And Micaiah said, as Yahweh liveth, what Yahweh saith unto me, that will I speak.
That's right. That's right.
And what he says is these scriptures.
That's right.
And these laws, statutes, commandments.
That's right.
Which is the truth, which is holy, and which is true wisdom and understanding. Everything else is foolishness.
That's right, God. That's right.
So that's what we're going to speak. Thus saith Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, not anything of our own minds. We're going to stick to the script, and that's it.
Yeah, I got a quick one very fast. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 7, starting at verse 14. It says, therefore we were comforted in your comfort, and exceedingly the more joy we for the joy of Titus, because his spirit was refreshed by you. For if I have boasted anything to him of you, I am not ashamed. But as we speak all things to you in truth, even so our boasting which I made before Titus is found the truth. Just like the brother said, man, we telling you the truth, man. Everything that the Lord tells us to speak, we're going to speak it, man. Like what the scripture says, I will put my words into your mouth, man. So we're not out here like, oh yeah, we said this is us. Now we're not boasting ourselves, because Yahweh Shah never boasted himself, man. And the more, that's why the Lord is going to give you that fame. He already started doing it. How? Because people talking about us. They want to shut you down. If you like, Islam, they're not trying to shut that shit down.
No.
They wanted to keep continuing to go on. Ain't nobody talking about no Muslims, man. Ain't nobody really talking about no Christians.
Yeah, they don't care.
Exactly.
But they do care when we speak the true word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua.
That's right.
And and the prophets, they were perfect examples for us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I got Swift on that in terms of how the prophets again know that what they do is based on what the will of Yahweh is. So this is the book of Numbers, chapter 24, 13, right to 13, right to the point. It says, if Balak would give me his house full of silver and gold, so all the riches, right? I cannot go beyond the commandment of Yahweh to do either good or bad of my own mind. But what Yahweh said, that will I speak.
That's it.
Amen. That's a perfect example of how we need to be.
That's right.
In these last days. All right? Hey, man. Hey, job, you gonna give me this little bit of money anyway? So you think you're gonna shut me up? No. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
Or a woman is going to do this and do that as long as it's under her terms and her conditions? No. Hey, to do either good or bad of my own mind, but what Yahweh said, that will I speak. And that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And hey, man, continue to be mad, because it's going to continue to be brought out. And we're going to continue to follow these laws, statutes, commandments to the best of our ability. We're going to continue to preach this word, Lord willing, until he shuts everything down.
That's right,
And through the Spirit, we know he's going to shut everything down. But again, we have, worked out our own salvation with fear and trembling, and we are continuing to push this truth, seeking that penny.
That's right, come. I got a swift one for you. This is Isaiah chapter 59 and 21. It says, "As for me, this is my covenant with them, saith Yahweh. My spirit that is upon thee, and my words which I have put in thy mouth shall not depart out of thy mouth, nor out of thy mouth of thy seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, saith Yahweh, from henceforth and forever," man. So like the brother just brought out, man, whatever the Yahweh Bashim Yahweh puts in our mouth to say, we're going to say it, and it's right here. It's never going to depart from us, and not from our seeds. Like we got children, we teach them, and they're going to speak it, because that's what it say. What, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he gets older, he will not depart from that way, man. So that's what we're here to do. That's what we're doing, man. Speaking the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh, not our own words, and because of that, everybody's talking about us. As they should. That's a righteous thing right there, man.
Right.
That's what you want. But you don't want to talk about you. You want to talk about the Lord, basically. Because when you start speaking, that's why they was trying to when you go into what? The gospel. Matter of fact, when you go into Acts, I believe, it's the 4th chapter. When they was telling Peter that don't teach in his name. Why you telling them not to teach in that name if they wasn't teaching in the right name? Tell them the true doctrine. Why? Because it was shutting down, messing up your money.
Right.
Matter of fact, you can grab that.
Yeah, I got it.
You can start from start from the top, I guess. But it goes into when they was basically I went to the department was saying how they didn't want them to teach the name because they had just performed a miracle. Same way like Yahweh Shah did. When he performed his miracles. And everybody was talking, they was like, nah, we got to shut them down. But they couldn't do that. They can't tell Yahweh Shah don't teach him to get this name. But they told Peter and them, nah, we put him to death already. They didn't believe that he was risen back. But they really wanted to shut his name up forever, man. Well, I know it's in the 4th chapter.
We start at the top or trying to?
Yeah, come. We could start at the top. I know it might be towards the end, but I know they had just he did a miracle with the man in front of the church, the synagogue, and they put him in, brought him in. But this is that was the 3rd chapter, but the 4th chapter is where they told him not to teach in that name. And
I'll start at the top and then
Because that's what they trying to tell us. Well, don't teach in the name of Yahweh Shah. They know that's the name. Where the point you have the rabbis, these Jewish rabbis. Now the one dude came out. I think it was this week I was watching a video. Somebody sent it to me. And he was going into, we have the name. Now all of a sudden you can speak the name. But when we first started coming out pushing the name, starting with the apostles and on down, saying the name Yahweh, Yahweh Shah. Y'all was still saying Hashem. Because y'all said y'all couldn't speak the name. Now all of a sudden this rabbi, he said he got it from this guy. He said, we went to all these different texts. First I wanted 10 and we got 10. Now we got over 100. And his name is Jehovah. Oh, damn. Now it's Jehovah. These dudes is crazy, man. What you got it, brother?
I found the point too.
Got it?
Yeah, but
you want to bring up some more?
You start up top.
Yeah, come.
This is chapter 4, verse 1.
Come.
And as they spake unto the people, the priests and the captain of the temple and the Sadducees came upon them.
Yeah. See, that's just like now, man.
Yeah.
Because, we living in the book of Acts again, man. There's nothing under the sun because, Yahweh Shai already said these things. We're following him in a regeneration. And this was after he was put to death. This is fresh right there, man. This is fresh after he was put to death. They immediately went to work. Because that's what Yahweh Shai commanded them to do. As soon as he left, he got beamed up on that chariot, man. It was time for them to go to work. But the whole time he was there, he was teaching them, he was training them of what to do and how to do it and what to believe, And that's where we at now in the Acts. And
Right.
look, the people was talking about them. So everybody was talking about the Israelites then, but they knew that they was Israelites. Now it's the same thing. Everybody's talking about the Israelites.
And if you knew any better, once you get under the righteous order of the men of Yahweh Shai, you're going to be fruitful.
That's right.
And you're really going to love the rulership.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
But you don't understand that yet because the Lord hasn't given you that spirit to understand it. But you will.
That's right. That's right.
Verse 2, being grieved that they taught the people and preached through Yahushua the resurrection from the dead.
It was
mad, right?
It was big mad. Yeah. Just like these damn people now. They mad as hell. Why? Because we doing the same thing. The resurrection for the dead. Because what? We tells you what's that, Revelations? And the dead bodies shall lie in the street. 3 days and not be suffered to put in the grave. That means you not you're physically dead, you're spiritually dead. And this word, it wakes you up. It quickens you, man. When the Lord is dealing with you and he allows you to get it. You got a lot of people that woke up to the fact that they're Israelites. Fine, cool. But now it's more than that, man. Now that it's a process and the steps come. That's what separates the elect from the rest of the Israel, man. You got it, bro.
And they laid hands on them and put them in hold until the next day, for it was now eventide.
They locked them up. What y'all niggas out here teaching? So you think that's not going to happen now, man? Come on, man. They did the same thing back then, man. So they're going to do the same thing right now. It's coming. Just wait for it.
It's just a replay.
Yup.
So that's why when these things happen to us, hey man, we just say, hey, it is what it is, because it's been written already.
That's right.
And it's happened already. And I'm sure to us many times, right?
That's right,
If you understand reincarnation and you can hear from better and you can see it.
What prophet didn't get locked up?
Right.
Jeremiah, man, John the Revelator,
right.
John the Baptist, man. Come on, man. Peter, all them, man.
Mocked, scoffed.
Yeah, They all got, man.
Hey, what did Job's wife say to him?
Curse the Most High and die.
That's
crazy. That's a woman.
Right. Come on, you can't. That's why it's what was written 4 times written for our learning.
That's right.
And that's why we can go through what we go through. Lord, whether he keeps the spirit on us.
That's right.
Cast me not away from thy presence, take not thy Holy Spirit from me.
That's right.
That's Psalm 51.
Right? That's right.
So, howbeit many of them which heard the word believed, and the number of the men was about 5,000.
Come on, man.
And it came to pass on the morrow that their rulers and elders and scribes and Annas the high priest and Caiaphas and John and Alexander.
That's the same ones that was
high priest Caiaphas.
That came at Yahweh.
Yeah.
The same crew. Y'all got the same spirit, okay? So they's like, nah, we gotta get them out of here too. But then why would now if Yahweh is already off the scene, he's back in the spirit world watching. He said he went to go prepare a place for us. Now they're speaking the same thing and doing those miracles. Those dudes were scared. Because they like, damn, we put him to death. That's why I said, if one prophet gets put down, another one's going to come in his stead, man. So them dudes were scared as hell. Like, God damn, we can't stop this. No, you can't stop the word, man. Because it's going to, hey, Yahweh said his words will not come back to him void, man. So back then that was prophesied that this would happen to them. And same thing right now, man. The same exact thing. What you got, bro?
God.
We in those times.
Heavy in those times.
God.
And Caiaphas and John and Alexander and as many as were of the kindred of the high priest were gathered together at Jerusalem. And when they had set them in the midst, they asked, by what power or by what name have ye done this? And hey, there goes again with this name thing, right?
Yeah.
That's how we know how powerful the name is.
Look,
You know? Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because they asked him by what power and by what name. Because they said it back then.
That's right.
They said that name back then because they knew it caused fear and trembling on people.
Why didn't they want us to say it? They don't want us to say it.
Right.
You know? Matter of fact, I got hold on, I think all right, kind. This Philippians, let me go to Philippians chapter 2, start at verse 9 real quick. Because just to back up the point of the power of that name, because that name tears down strongholds, man. But just Philippians chapter 2, verse 9, it says, wherefore the Most High also hath highly exalted him and given him a name which is above every name. See that? Is above every name. It says that at the name of Yahushua, every knee shall bow of the things in heaven and things in earth and the things under the earth. And that every tongue should confess that Yahushua Hamashiach is Lord to the glory of the Most High, the Father, man. You know, so tell me that ain't power, man. You know, that's power, man. That's the
power to fear.
That's right. That's right. I think, matter of fact, we'll read this one too. Verse 12. It says, wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not in my presence, also, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, man. You know, so hey, man, that's power in the name. You gotta believe on those names. That name. And that's what you speaking. If you speaking any other name, you crazy. At this point, man.
Right.
Seriously.
Well, you weren't meant to speak in it. So hey, we gonna keep it moving.
That's right. And that's what they telling them. What name do you come? Like, yo, what name you coming in?
Right. Right.
But Nate, the name don't matter. It don't matter what you come. I know them niggas set up, man. Right. Straight up.
Verse 8. Then Peter, filled with the Holy Ghost, said unto them, ye rulers of the people and elders of Israel, if we this day be examined of the good deed done to the impotent man, by what means he is made whole.
That's right.
Yeah. So they basically say, hey, we doing the work. We healing people.
That's right.
So what's the problem?
Okay. He yiked them too. Because they already knew a name that he was coming in, man. They taught it. You know? They taught the name. They spoke it. You know? And that because that name is that's the most powerful name on this planet, which you just read in Philippians.
Amen. You know? They about to bring it out in verse 10 for you to know. He said, be it known unto you all and to all the people of Israel that by the name of Yahushua of Nazareth, whom ye crucified.
Yo, and see that? That one right there, that's heavy, man. Because he told him, you know who we coming in. You crucified him. You know who y'all put on that cross, man. You know? You got it, bro.
Hey, this is heavy. It says, whom the power raised from the dead, even by him doth this man stand here before you whole. So he's saying that's why the man is whole. You know? He's in verse 11. This is the stone which was set at naught of you builders, which has become the head of the corner.
That's right.
Neither is there salvation in any other.
Come on,
for there is none other name.
There you go. The name again.
Under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved.
That's right. And his name means that. He is salvation. You know, he is the deliverer, man. You know, they knew it. and then how they said it, because they actually went into by that, this is why he stands whole in front of you. Because they already saw the miracles that Yahushua did. You know? They saw all those things, man. So come on, man. These dudes is crazy.
Hey,
And that's why they don't want us to speak that name.
right.
And that's why they're speaking about us, man. Because they know how can they shut us down. That's
Right.
why everybody is talking about the Israelites right now, man.
And they got our names
Yup.
and profiles
Yo,
and everything, right?
Yo, God, that's right.
Hey, we seen it. Me and the brothers have seen it
Yeah.
over the last just
Shit.
2 years. Like,
God,
right? We
yeah.
seen it.
God, man.
So, hey, man.
They on your
Whatever.
ass.
Whatever.
Shit.
Now, when they
know how
saw,
many poops you take a day.
yeah, right. Hey, verse 13. Now, when they saw the boldness, and hey, what does it tell you?
We brought
Then
that
the
out.
Lord gonna stand in great boldness.
That's what
right?
Wisdom of Solomon for. We brought that out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, was that last week?
No, we just brought that out.
Oh, today?
Yeah, just
Okay.
it's Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and 1. It
Yeah.
says, then shall the righteous man
Stand in great boldness.
You know?
God. Oh, you know what? I may have brought that out in my. That's the spirit. I think I brought that out in one of my videos last week. Then. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. So now, when they saw the boldness of Peter and John, and perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men, and hey, that's what they look at us as. Hey, look at these bums on the street corner. They don't. Hey, what school have you been to?
God.
That's how they look at us, right?
God, that's right. That's a fact.
Especially our own people,
Mm-hmm.
because they trust in this kingdom, right? And this prophet, their philosophy and knowledge, right? Not in the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scriptures, right? Because that's the true knowledge. That's the true scholarship. This word.
That's right.
Nothing else.
That's
Can't
right.
compare.
And that's actually that's what actually makes them marvel even more. Like, how these niggas know this, man?
Right.
That's why I brought out about the Apostle Gabar saying, the man hopped out the limo. How you guys get this? Because they expect this to come from these top Christian colleges and all that, so we can learn their doctrine. That's what these Israelites was, the scribes and Pharisees.
Seminaries.
What authority do you have to teach this word?
Right.
Motherfucker, the Lord gave it to me. And that's what angers them, man. Because when you wake up, hey man, the Lord, hey.
It's not of us.
That's right. That's
a
miracle.
Because in terms of this knowledge, wisdom, understanding, hey, what do we have to do? We got to follow this book.
That's right.
That's
right. It has to be in you.
Yeah.
It has to be in you. For the Lord to bring it out of you, it has to be in you.
Right.
Because
it says the fear of the Lord is what? The beginning of wisdom.
That's right, bro.
And good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
That's right.
Praise ye the Lord.
That's right. That's right.
So hey, guess what? I didn't learn that in the church.
Good. We learned that from the apostles, man.
Right. And going into the scriptures and preaching the word.
That's right.
That's how we can remember these scriptures. Not through our own necessarily studying, but at first it's that fear of the Lord. And that's the beginning of it, right?
That's right.
And when he sees us keeping his commandments, law, statutes, commandments to the best of our ability, he's going to sup with us even more, and he's going to put the spirit on us to be able to, look at any gainsayer and just basically tear them apart through the scriptures.
That's right. Yeah.
And for you scoffers, I don't mean putting any violence on anybody. So I know y'all waiting for me to say something crazy, right?
Ooh, man, I got a swift one for you.
John, bring it out,
This
brother.
is
Bring it out.
This
little inside, me and the brother just,
that's the funniest shit in Israel, man. But this 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 6 going into man that they would look down on. All right, this is 2 Corinthians 11 and 6. It says, "But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge, but we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things." So look, when you go into the word rude, right? It's
Strong's G 2399. Idiotes.
Idiotes. So they look at us like idiots. Right? That's the idiot. Idiotes. Idiot is the root word, but it says a private person as opposed to a magistrate, ruler, or king, right? A common soldier as opposed to a military. So just an average Joe. Matter of fact, here we go. Top down to 4. All right, it says in the New Testament, an unlearned, illiterate man as opposed to the learned and educated. One who is unskilled in any art, man. All right, and that's what the Lord does, man. He takes the weak and make it strong, man. You know, he takes the foolishness and make it wise. So they look at us like we're fools, but we dropping shit on them.
Right.
Through the spirit of pride, how about sitting outside?
Or who you think is weak.
Yeah, Con, that's right. Yeah, Con, that's right.
You know?
That's right.
The Lord has another office for them.
That's right, Con. Yep.
Not according to, again, your knowledge.
That's right, Con. Because your knowledge is controlled, man. And they're like, yo, the Lord said, my thoughts are not your thoughts, my ways are not your ways. You know, so you ain't going to understand who he puts out there. You know?
Right. I got a swift one too on that.
Con,
you know, just to back up that point.
Con.
It says, you know, book of 2 Timothy. Get right to the point. Chapter 3, verse 12. Yea, and all that will live godly in Yahushua shall suffer persecution.
Just see that, Con? That's right. That's right. And that's what being talked about. And not everything, man. So it's a lot to be persecuted, man, you know. We heavily spoken about, man. The Israelites, especially the ones that's teaching the right doctrine, man. The same doctrine that Apostles GMS teach, man. You know, you're going to be ridiculed like a mug, man. Why? Just for speaking the truth. That's it.
Hey, got another one. It says here, Book of Mark, chapter 4, verse 17.
Can't bring it up.
You know.
Bring it up!
And hey, this is what we're seeing, you know, particularly with these celebrities. And it says, and have no root in themselves, and so endure but for a time. Afterward, when affliction or persecution ariseth for the word's sake, immediately they are offended.
See that? Yo, what they do, they apologize. Kyrie. You know? Matter of fact, this nigga Kanye too, so don't let him fool you. Because the first time he went on this little, what they call a little rant and everything, what did he do? Went right to the White House to talk to Donald Trump with a Make America Great Again hat and all that. So don't let these dudes fool you, man. They set up so everybody talk about the Israelites, man. And then they try to downplay what we're saying. Because, what it say when a rich man speaketh? I'm going to get that.
Hey, it's stalled, right?
Yeah. But, man, because when we speak it, it's like, yeah, whatever the niggas said. You know, now Kyrie puts up a tweet from Negroes to Hebrews. From Hebrews to Negroes, Salakia. From Hebrews to Negroes, now everybody want to talk about it. Now y'all want to talk about it. When you should have been heard about it from the apostles on down. You know? The men out there that's teaching you that you're an Israelite with the correct doctrine, man. You know? But hold up, you got something? You were back in Acts?
Yeah, back in Acts.
Yeah, kind of. Hold on, let me grab this real quick. Just to back up the point. This is Sirach chapter 13 and 23. Real fast. This is Sirach chapter 13, verse 23. It says, when the rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue. And look what he said. They extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And that's what we reading about in the Acts too. They're like, what fellow is this guy? Like, where you come from? You know, matter of fact, John the Baptist, prime example, one dude. Look what he wore, man. Like his sackcloth. You know, he was a wild looking dude, man. Stay in the wilderness, ate wild honey, man, you know. And ate locusts. Drank wild honey, ate locusts, man. So people looking at this dude like, how am I supposed to believe what this guy's saying, man? Compared to a dude with the purple garment on, the jewelry and all that, man. No, man. The Lord ain't dealing with all that. All right, because you're easily to be influenced, you're easily to be compromised.
Right.
You know? But it says
You're just scary.
yeah,
Scared.
Yeah. It says, but if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him, man. You know, so they'll help take you down. And that's what they're trying to do now. But they're using these celebrities because they're stolen their words of the clouds. Kanye West is actually saying, I'm here to save my people. That nigga is crazy. The same man that put his name Yeezy in that's what now you want to be called Ye. To get your mind off of that Yeezy. When he made his own Bible. And he was calling himself Jesus. You know, he was down with Jay-Z, J-Ho-Hover. Come on, man. These dudes think that they're on the level of Yahweh, man. So why would you trust any of them? Jay-Z was talking the same shit in his raps. You know, on that song, What's Beef with Meek Mill. Talking about 2/3 of a man, I believe. And come on, man. I don't believe nothing them niggas talking about. Because they're not backing nothing with scriptures like we doing, man. You know, they just want that distraction, attention, and all that, man.
Hey, man, but hey, one thing I want to say too, with this world, you talk out of two sides of your mouth because you want to say love everybody, forgive, or peace, peace, peace. But hey, you're at war with us.
Okay.
And you make it known.
That's right.
Through your sabotage and your tricks.
That's right.
But hey, I thought you were supposed to turn the other cheek.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, nobody turn the other cheek for us.
they,
as soon as we say, we're the Israelites, right? Where's the love? Where's the love? Where's the love?
Yo, what's that song from the Wu-Tang? What? I'll protect your neck.
Yeah.
When he's like, turn the other cheek and I'll break your fucking shit. Yo, that's Esau. You turn the cheek, I'm gonna break that jaw too.
Right.
You know?
Right. But they want us to forgive, forget, turn the other cheek, do all that, peace, love, war, and all that. Come on, man.
Right.
Hey, it says Matthew 5:10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
Hey, man, that's
and that's what we fighting for.
That's
know, so hey, if you want to take off our heads because we want to be righteous, guess what? We're gonna be righteous still. Because we're gonna stand Bout. Like the prophets.
That's right. I got a swift one for you, bro. This James 1:8. It says, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Verse 9, let the brother of low degree rejoice in that he is exalted, but the rich in that he is made low, because as a flower of the grass he shall pass away. So these dudes, man, they're not gonna make it, man. They already rich. The scriptures already tell you, woe to him that is rich, because he already received his consolation. So we are a low degree, man. But the Lord, what is he doing? He's exalting us. He's giving us that fame. That's why everybody's talking about us. The men are standing stiffly for the words of Yahweh B'Shem outside, man. B'Shem Arachakadas. And that's what it's about, man. Just like in the book of Acts of Peter, man. They was doing the same thing. And then all they was saying, what manner of man are you? Who are you? What authority?
And they did a good deed to another brother, right?
They held him.
Right.
Because what? You do that here, oh man, they want to hang you, man. Look what matter of fact, prime example. Look what they did to this guy, Dr. Sebi, right? He was doing things with the herbs and everything. With the herbs is not actually what he'll use faith in Yahweh outside, but it's a factor too. So what he do? He killed him. Nah, man, nigga, you ain't curing this. This is big money for us.
Right.
Everything is big bucks with Esau, man.
Hey, through the spirit, power, mercy, and grace of Yahweh Shem Shai, we're healing. By bringing back the hope for life.
That's right.
And that's the healing that they don't want to see.
That's right. That's an excellent
and that's what they're trying to stop.
That's an excellent point.
Because we have the walking dead.
That's right.
And have been for many years. Valley of dry bones, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's
so these bones live?
Damn, man. That's a beautiful point, man.
Yeah. So back to 13, though. Now, when they saw the boldness of Peter and John and perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men, they marveled.
Yep.
And they took knowledge of them that they had been with Yahweh Shah.
See that? Because their light shine. They was bringing out earlier. They light started to shine. Like, damn, these dudes, they know some shit.
God.
They just healed this man. Oh, damn.
Right.
We never saw nothing like that until Yahweh Shah came. You know?
And and that's the men of the Lord bringing out a lot of men that were wicked even in these times.
Yeah.
Whether he was selling drugs, whether he was a whoremonger or adulteress, you know. Hey, bringing you out of that madness, that's a healing.
Yeah. And that's what they, oh man, I got, man.
You know, because they want us to continue to be twisted and go after each other.
Brother,
I'm a shooter. You know, and all that other nonsense, you know,
that's
people talk.
Brother, I got to bring this one out real fast. Baba was shot.
I got shot 10 times.
Yeah,
like that's supposed to be some type of reward. I'm gonna give you a trophy. Or something.
I went to jail.
Yeah. I did a bid.
Yeah, yo,
you know,
niggas,
nothing but
that's
little
madness.
bit of light work. And you actually glorifying that. How stupid is that?
I used to think like that, man. When I was like coming up in the world, I'm like, yeah, nigga, fuck that.
Right.
I'm a real nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of like, yo, I was sick.
Yeah, that's real.
Sick.
That's real.
No,
that's real stupid.
Yeah, facts. Kind of that, yo, that's you a dummy. But we under that spell.
Right.
And then not having your father in the household, that plays a big part too, man. But you still have some men that had their fathers in the household, and they still go off, man. Because their father is off. But this is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. With the brothers, that was a beautiful point. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places, man. You know? So that's what we up against, man. Right. And then it goes into what? Putting on the whole armor. You know, when you read on down, but that's because when you that's why we're not physically fighting against y'all. We're spiritually fighting against y'all. And we whipping y'all ass for real. Because the men are starting to wake up. You got your rappers talking about Israelites now. You know, and it's getting out there spreading like wildfire. And all you can do is try to make them apologize, make them seem like they're crazy, retarded and all that. You know? But it's not going to work when it comes to the men of the Lord.
And hey, stop trying to act like the men of the Lord got some big plot against this government or against any people walking the earth. Stop that.
That's right.
Because we don't.
That's right.
We just going to preach the word and we're going to wait on Yahweh Shah to crack them clouds up.
That's right.
And then we're going to see who was right and who was wrong.
Obviously, we right.
Right, but ain't no, so stop trying to demonize the true men of the Lord and talking about there's some type of plots or we're domestic terrorists and all that. Cut that out.
It ain't even just us, though.
Just cut it out.
It ain't even just us. It's the other citizens, too, man. Anybody that oppose their new world order. Yeah. But, of course, they going to come
we ain't worried about them.
Yeah.
They're not preaching this word.
Exactly.
So
that's right.
It's about you trying to make some stories up.
That's right, Con. That's right. That's right. And, of course, you're going to come at us the most because why? We're the ones that's waking our people up. You know, those when we put them up, our people hear these words, they wake up. And y'all want to keep them. That's why what it said in Wisdom of Solomon. It's not these are people that we had sometime in derision.
Yeah.
You know? Like, damn, how the hell they wake up? How this dude I thought he was going to be a nigga forever. You know?
Right, because that's how you make money. Whether it's in jail or whether us being unhealthy in healthcare or whether it's being just dumbed down in education. Right?
And yo, them rap niggas, man, they talk all that gangster shit, but they send their kids to college.
Right, private school.
They all that, man. So don't let that shit fool you, man. But you'll listen to their words and want to follow after them. Right. That's entertainment, man.
And it's an evil spell.
That's right.
We put on our own people.
That's right, You got it, bro.
I'm going to go back to 13 again. Now, when they saw the boldness of Peter and John, and perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men, they marveled. And they took knowledge of them that they had been with Yahweh Shai. And beholding the man which was healed standing with them, they could say nothing against it. If these stories ain't fake, right?
That's going to happen
Call
too.
her Lord your shot.
That's going to happen again.
Right.
Because they can't say nothing against us now.
No.
I want you physically, because it's going to come a time. They had spiritual powers, man. So it's going to come because they really believe, man. It's all about your belief. And it's going to come that time when you're going to physically be able to heal somebody like that again. Lord has men set up to do that, man. He had people set up that needs to be healed, and they're going to get healed in that day. And people are like, oh, shit. I thought he was a devil. And no. Esau going to try that shit too with his little technology, but no. The men of the Lord is going to do it through the faith and power of Yahweh Shem outside, man.
Right.
And they ain't going to be able to say shit. Just like they couldn't say nothing there, man.
And you can't say anything now, really, unless you put a story together to demonize us.
That's right.
Because, again, all we're doing is coming out of the scriptures.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking the words of Yahweh Shem Shah.
That's right.
We're not doing anything crazy. We're saying anything crazy.
Well,
you may try to paint that picture, put that story on us. But hey, man, at the end of the day, everything is going to happen according to the will of Yahweh Shem Shah.
Right.
Not what you think you're going to do against the men of the Lord.
Because that's what they do. You know? They the ones, because we work amongst the day. Right. Come home just like y'all, we do what we do at home. We ain't the ones like y'all go out at night want to try and lynch somebody and shit. That's the shit y'all do, man. Right. So y'all want to try to put that on us. Nah, man, it don't even go down like that. We are a peaceful people, man. Y'all know that shit.
And not only peaceful, but we're the hardest working. We're the most humble.
That's right.
And we don't worry about what you do.
Yep.
Why you always worry about what we do? We ain't worry about what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but we're going to, again, stand in boldness.
That's right.
Like the former prophets.
That's right.
It says, but when they had commanded them to go aside out of the council, they conferred among themselves. And that's what y'all do now. You know what I mean? You can't really do anything against us. So you get together in your own secret councils to come up with a plan to do something against the men of the Lord. Or a man of the Lord, whether it's at your job, whether it's in society. We know there's secret councils about us.
Yep.
Hey, and that's coming out too.
When they talk about they conspire together, that's coming up from
Psalm 83.
Bring that out real fast. Psalm 83. Hold up. There we go. Because this basically backs up what you said, man. I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna start at 1. Psalms 83 and 1. It says, "Keep not thou silence, O Most High. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Most High. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones." And that's what they're doing now. They've been doing that hey man, they did it back then, they doing it now. Like the verse said, why do you think they got them Bohemian Grove meetings and the things of that nature, man? That's what they get into, man. They want to keep their kingdom, but it's falling, man.
Yeah, they want to keep but they can't seem to realize everything and anything that they do against the men of the Lord, it's not working.
That's right, huh?
It's not going to work.
That's right.
At the end of the day, it's definitely not going to work in your favor.
Good.
And many of you see that right now when you try to go up against a man of the Lord. That every trick and everything you do, it doesn't play out the way you want it to.
Good. They want to provoke you to anger.
Right.
All that shit.
Right. And y'all know what I'm talking about.
And they be mad as hell when they doing that shit flip on their
Yeah, those of you who's watching.
They like, damn.
Yeah. Right.
I thought he was going to flip out.
Right. It says, but when they had commanded them to go aside out of the council, they conferred among themselves, saying, what shall we do to these men?
Yeah.
For that indeed a notable miracle hath been done by them, is manifest to all them that dwell in Jerusalem.
See that?
And we cannot deny it.
That's the spirit and power of Yahweh sitting outside, man.
Right.
That's his power. So hey man, they couldn't say nothing. That's what the scriptures tell you. You have to be found blameless. Those men was blameless.
Yeah.
That's it. They was just doing the work of the Lord. That's it. You know? God, bro.
It says, but that is spread no further among the people. So they wanted to conceal it.
Yep, keep
right?
it contained.
Yeah.
You know, don't let this get out.
Yeah.
We know what happened.
Right.
Come on, man. People are already talking. You know? Man, you see what happened? And y'all, and that goes into what? Their fame, man. Yo, matter of fact, real fast. Yeah. This is Matthew 4 and 24, real quick. So check it out. Now watch this. This is Matthew. I'm gonna start at verse 23. Forgive me, but it goes into the fame in verse 24. This is Matthew chapter 4, verse 23. It says, and Yahweh went about all Galilee, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing all manner of sickness and all manner of diseases among the people. Which that's where these brothers got it from. Peter. It says, and his fame went throughout all Syria, and they brought unto him all sick people that were taken with divers diseases and torments, and those which were possessed with devils, and those which were lunatic, and those that had the palsy. And he healed them, man. But see, his fame went out. They couldn't contain that. You know, just like the fame of the Israelites is going out now. Look at how, just from us coming on the highways and hedges speaking the word, look how everybody's talking about it now. You know, it's like it's at the gates of the nobles, man. You know? That's why they like, oh damn, these niggas shit. Yo, even Donald Trump, when he was in office, that's how serious this word is, man. For him to say, oh, we gonna get those doomsday prophets off the street. Damn, why y'all really worried, man? You know, for them to make statements like that, you know that these words is powerful. That's why everybody's talking about the Israelites. And now so more than ever, man. You know? What you got it, brother?
God. Saying, what shall we do to these men? For that indeed a notable miracle hath been done by them is manifest to all them that dwell in Jerusalem, and we cannot deny it. But that it spread no further among the people, let us straitly threaten them, that they speak henceforth to no man in this name. Again, in this name. So why would you try to say that we don't know the name, or there is no name? It just tells you right there they didn't want us to speak in the name.
That's right. And they threaten.
So you doing what the Sadducees and Pharisees did back then. Don't worry about the name.
That's right.
We don't have it. We have the name.
Yeah. Like Nate, go play yoga. That shit is crazy. You got an answer for that, man.
Yeah.
You know?
But Peter and John answered, so this is their answer, and said unto them, whether it be right in the sight of the power to hearken unto you more than unto Yahweh judge ye. For we cannot but speak the things which we have seen and heard.
God.
So when they had heard further threaten them, they let them go, finding nothing how they might punish them.
See that?
Because of the people.
And they did the same thing to Yahweh. And that's an example of no servant is greater than his master, man. You know? They gonna talk, but they had to let him go because what? They found no fault in him. Same thing with Pontius Pilate. But see, with Yahweh Shah, his course was up, man. You know, he did his job, you know, and it was time for him to go rest from his labors, to go prepare a place for us. You know, and now it's our turn to do the same thing. You know, and Yahweh Shah was faithful until his death, man. And he was risen back up. You know? Just like the scriptures tell you, it says the dead in Yahweh Shah shall arise first. You know, so hey man. Look, man, ain't no getting around that. Everybody's gonna talk about us, man, because they know that we tell them the truth. They found no fault in those men, man. You know, it's born there, right?
Yeah, that's it.
That was it. They couldn't find no fault in them, and they had to let them go. That was the whole chapter, right?
Not the whole one. But a lot of it.
Yeah, kind of, nah, that's good. But they had to let them, but that was the point, basically.
Yeah.
You know, everything they was talking about them, the miracles they did, you know, and what happened? They still had to let them go. All they did was threaten them, man. You know, you better not teach this name again. That's how they come at you. Yo, if you say this, like, get the fuck out of here. But check it out. Let's go to 2 Corinthians real quick. Because this basically the gospel that we teach, man. All right, 2 Corinthians 5:17. You want to get it?
Yeah.
All right, come.
You said 2 Corinthians 5.
Yeah, come, 17. Because they want us to be that old man, you know? Like, yo, even Apostle Paul, when his name was Saul, man, he was condemning the hell out of Israel, man. You know, his own people persecuting him and all that. And now, yo, see, because that's how, like, we brought out, what, Ephesians 6:12, it says the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, man. No, slack it. We wrestle not with flesh and blood. Slack. We wrestle not with flesh and blood. But they want to put the weapons in our hand in the neighborhoods and make you go out there and do dumb shit and promote it in your music and on your television shows and your videos and all that. So you constantly seeing that, you know. So that's what you think you have to do to survive and everything. Doing documentaries, they're the real violent ones, man. They're the ones that started this fucking violent shit, you know. But now they want us to be like that. But yo, you gotta become that new creature, as you know, Scripture's gonna tell you.
Book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 5, verse 17. Therefore, if any man be in Hamashiach, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new.
That's right. So everything becomes new. We don't be like we was when we was in the world and all that. That's what you banking on. That's what you trying to bring back out, that old man. So now you can have a reason to blame us for something. You don't have a reason to blame us for nothing. That's why you got these different camps, like Sakar and them carrying guns to camp and all that. Nah, man, you ain't supposed to do none of that. I don't even give a fuck if you licensed to carry. I want to bring that shit to no camp, man. You know, you leave that shit at home or whatever, man. But these dudes, they do that shit to promote that worldly atmosphere, and they push that vibration out. So now you got dudes as niggas. They want to come join. They go, oh, yo, you can carry sticks to camp. I'm coming to that group. You know? But go
yeah, this is not the time.
Yeah, come. We not, and you can't come to the church of Philadelphia with that shit.
Yeah. we got angels round about us.
That's right. That's our weapons.
And we're not going in back and forth with people.
That's right, come, yep.
You know what I mean? That's not.
We gonna speak the word.
That's a prophet. Yeah,
that's
a prophet.
Arguing how much with a fool.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. What you gonna do? Yeah, you ain't gonna convince him of nothing. Right. All you gonna do is vex your spirit, because his spirit is already. He's already got a demon. He or she's already got a demon in him.
And it's going to take away from the edification,
right?
You know, and throw the spirit off, man. That's what they really want to do, just throw the spirit off,
right?
You know, and try to get you to not edify.
In verse 18, it says, "And all things are of God, who hath reconciled us to Himself by Yahushua Hamashiach."
Yeah.
And when you see the word reconcile, right, that means you were once with it.
Yeah.
Right? So that lets us know that it's all about the Israelites.
God, that's right.
So we had to be reconciled back. Means return.
I got you.
God.
Because, see, my brother, you jumping good. That's good. That was good. But now I'm bringing the word out.
Strong's G 2644, Catalasso.
All right, that's reconciled, which means to change, exchange as coins for others of equivalent value, to reconcile those who are at variance, return to favor with, be reconciled to one. All right, to receive one into favor.
Right.
All right, so
you return to favor.
That's right, because we're favored people, you know. So we got to return back to that favor, to be favored. So you have to, all things become new. You can't be out here like you was before, committing all type of adultery and all that. You know, and that's what we're teaching. You know, but it's going to keep going, bro. Because it's
And it says, and all things are of God, who hath reconciled us to himself by Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, and hath given to us the ministry of reconciliation.
that the ministry of reconciliation. That's what we're teaching. That's why I see. Now check it out. It's a little difference.
Strong's G 2643. Katalage. Katalage.
All right. So it says exchange. A business of money changes, exchanging equivalent values, adjustment of a difference, reconciliation, restoration to favor. All right, it says in the New Testament, it says of the restoration of the favor of the Most High to sinners that repent and put their trust in expiatory death of Hamashiach, man. All right. So that's what we out here teaching. Yo, turn back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, turn to sins. And because of that, everybody's talking about us, man. You know, we're the talk of the town, you know, so to speak. Everybody wants to talk about that, like we're doing something wrong. But if we was out there telling you to go smoke weed and do all type of drugs and sleep with all these different whores, you know, well, not even sleep with different whores, but sleep with other men's wives and all that, then like,
They'll be glorified, right?
Well,
guess what? You get a deal.
Kind of,
You need $5 million.
I'm gonna give you a bigger platform.
Yeah.
Put some doctrine on, brother.
Yeah.
You know, matter of fact, you need a bigger building.
Right.
You know,
right. You have to get you a podcast.
That's right.
Yeah.
Kind of,
Yeah.
And that's why I know, like what the guy here in Philly, Gilly, $1 million a game. You're not giving you no game. Giving you a bunch of bullshit. And $1 million ain't a lot of money, man.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So he giving you $1 million of bullshit, and you niggas running around talking about that shit. We giving you life, man. We giving you the truth, man. We giving you the real riches. You know, the words that we speak. Because after the spirit probably out by some outside.
Yeah, this is bread that you're not going to hunger and water that you're not going to thirst.
That's
That's
right.
the life.
That reconciliation.
Mm.
Matter of fact, keep going, bro. Down to, you can finish it off. To 21.
To wit, that power was in Hamashiach, reconciling the world unto himself, not imputing their trespasses unto them, and hath committed unto us the word of reconciliation.
That's right. And yo, the world that he's talking about is the Israelites, man. Not the whole world for you damn Christians out there that be talking about, see that right there? Said the world is for everybody.
Right. The everybody-alites.
Yeah, everybody's not going to get it, man.
Everybody-alites.
Even every Israelite don't even get it. You know, every Israelite can't even agree on the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip. You got dudes, and I believe that them dudes know what it is, but they just can't speak it because they took that Judas person, man. You know?
Verse 20.
And a lot of that has to do with pride as well, too, man. You know?
Yeah, that's a terrible, that's a terrible spirit of pride to put on you, where you're not going to, again, understand what the word says and not make sure your people don't fall in that ditch.
That's right,
you know?
Because what happened when, well, matter of fact, we brought it out at camp with Judas, how he hung himself and his whole bowels fell out, man. He died foul, you know, for giving up that purse, man. You know?
Verse 20. Now then we are ambassadors for Hamashiach, as through God did beseech you by us. We pray you in Hamashiach's stead, be ye reconciled to the power.
That's right. Come turn back to him, man. We're ambassadors for you, man. You know, through this word. So, matter of fact, let's get that word, ambassador, real quick. Because, that's heavy, man. There you go.
Strong's G 4243. Presbuo. Presbuo.
All right, it says to be older prior by birth or in age. So you got to grow in this thing. Because when you first come in, you're a babe, man. So when you get to the point where you can teach and to that level of that high, you're an ambassador, man. You got older in age and the truth, man. It says to be an ambassador, act as an ambassador. You know, so you a teacher, man. All right, you're a representative of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right, it says from the base to be a senior, act as a representative. Figuratively, preacher, be an ambassador. So you're supposed to go out and speak these words. You know, you're a representative of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So you have to conduct yourself as such, man. You can't be out here acting like the world doing all that. You know, being like the Kanye's and all. They still got the world in them, man.
Right.
You know, they're not out here. You don't see them with no garments on. Even if they put them on, they still of the world, man.
Yeah, you still cold. You ain't even lukewarm.
Exactly.
You still cold.
You ain't dropping no scriptures and none of that. You know.
Right.
So you're an ambassador of Satan, man. That's who you niggas is, man. Straight up.
And like the brother was saying, as an ambassador, you are representing.
Huh.
You know, and what are we representing? Spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Shai. Not us.
That's right.
You know, it's these law, statutes, commandments, and faith.
That's right, God. Yep. Ultimately, your faith, man. You gotta have faith. Faith without works is dead, man. You know, you got it.
Read that again, verse 20. Now then, we are ambassadors for Hamashiach, as through the power did beseech you by us, we pray you in Hamashiach's stead, be ye reconciled to the power.
That's right.
For he hath made him to be sin for us, who knew no sin.
That's right.
That we might be made the righteousness of the power in him.
That's right. So you gotta know both, man. You know, to understand what sin is, you have to have been in it before. We were all born in sin, man.
Right.
You know, he said he had made sin where there's no sin. There's no sin in it, man. And sin is what? Going against the law, statutes, and commandments.
Yeah.
And that's what Esau knows that. That's why everything that they set up, every law or whatever, you know, you can eat pork and all, man, they got it in your stores and all that. Anything to go, they promote adultery, all that, man. You know, you can serve any different God you want. You know, that's all sin, and they know that. They know as long as we sinning, the Lord ain't dealing with us. But guess what? The Lord, he put a trick bag on them because he's taking his men and bringing them up out of that. You know, and bringing them back to the truth, man, so that they be able to teach it to their people. But it's only for the elect, man. You know, at this time, it's only for the elect. Only the elect is going to get it, man. You know, you got people out here just knowing they're Israelites. That's cool. But what else after that? You know? Let's go to Romans real quick, chapter 12. And start with 1 and 2. Baba Kushah. We can't be conformed to this world, man. Right? Because that's what they want us to do, man. If we was doing that, they wouldn't be talking about us. You know? That's why the topic of the world right now is the Israelites. Oh, the Israelites say, you're not Israelites. Yo, we're the real Jews. Like, come on, man. There's so many ways that we've been showing you and breaking it down that, a 2-year-old should be able to get it. You know?
This book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the power, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice.
That's right, and that's what we do. That's why we go out there on the highways and hedges, man. You know, and do our sit-downs, our lessons, and all that, man. You know?
Holy, acceptable unto the power, which is your reasonable service.
See that? And that's a part of making your bodies a sacrifice. Because you're not doing a shalom, bro. Y'all about to say but in doing so, you're not doing the same things in the world. You gotta sacrifice some things, man. You know? And it's hard at times, man, because you got like some dudes, they were smoking cigarettes. They had to get that up, man. You know? Dudes were smoking weed, you had to get that up, man. You know? Sleeping with other men's wives, you had to get that up. That's sacrificing, man. You know? You're allowed to drink, but you can't drink. It's crazy, man. You got some men that drink more than others, man. But you gotta have that balance as well, man. You know, and you're not supposed to be on the streets pissy drunk, man.
And if you can't handle it, then guess what? Don't drink.
That's right. Yeah, they're not sacrifice for brothers, man. And what it say is that's your reasonable service, man. That's a requirement of you, man. It ain't just no, oh man, well, I might do it today or tomorrow. Nah, man, that's a reasonable service. That's a sacrifice. Some men have to sacrifice not having a woman when they used to have a lot of women, man. Because that could have been a vice for them or whatever.
God.
It's a whole bunch of ways of sacrifice, but you have to be set apart. You can't be like the world, man. There has to be a difference between you and this world. Bottom line. And if it's not, then you might want to examine yourself, man. Because you're still in the world.
And hey, I got a swift one too.
Go ahead, brother.
Because if you're occupied in this word, then this is what the Lord, and have that faith, this is what the Lord is going to do.
That's right.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But the power is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. But will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it.
Damn, that's self-explanatory, man. That's the Lord telling you, like, what? He's not going to give you more than you can bear, man. If he give you, look at Yahweh Shah. Why do you think he was able to withstand everything that he withstood, man? The temptations. He ain't fall of that. The Lord ain't going to give you something where you're going to fall and be overcome by it, man. Especially if he's dealing with you. But for the rest of these idiots, man, they could be taken by that, man. And a lot of men have. But for his men, that's why this message is for the elect.
Right.
It's not for all Israel, man. Because all Israel is not going to be saved at this point in time, man. That's just the harsh reality, so to speak. But it's the truth, man.
So hey, and as you said, brother, you brought this precept out. It's reasonable service.
That's
it's
right,
not
man.
grievous.
That's right.
So if you taking your hand off the plow, or you dipping your toe this week, and then the next week you doing something else, hey, then you should be fearful that something's going to happen to you.
Now you know how you try to put your foot in the water.
Yeah.
You got to get all the way in there,
right?
Man. You got to
get down. Jump in.
God, that's right.
That's particularly when it's righteousness, right?
God, that's right.
And it is a reasonable service.
God.
And if you're doing it, then guess what? The Lord's going to sup with you.
That's
Obviously, there's going to be some temptations, right?
Yeah,
but ultimately,
for sure.
Hey, the Lord is putting that test on you.
That's right.
And again, if you are a man of the Lord, you're written in that book of life, guess what? You're going to be able to bear it.
That's right. All of it.
And be better for it.
That's right, Con.
And get stronger.
That's right, Con. Yo, be that example, That was it on that?
No.
Go ahead.
And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
See that? Renewing of your mind, man. Your life. You have to have a total different way of thinking, man. You can't think like, what the scriptures say, when I was a child, I thought as a child.
Yeah.
You can't be like that no more, man. Like, want to go to strip clubs and hang out, do all this bar hopping and all. Nah, man, that's not. I ain't gonna say something wrong with it, but me personally, I wouldn't do that. I look at that, hey, man, I don't like that, man.
Yeah. Been there, done that.
Yeah,
we moving on in the spirit.
In the world, yeah. And then, like, people could take the wrong perception of that when they see you. They're like, oh, ain't that the guy? Look at him, man.
Right.
Because that'll offend somebody.
Yeah.
But hey, man, you gotta change, renew your mind, man.
Right.
They want the reason to point the finger at you and see something about you. No, you gotta renew your mind, renew your spirit, man.
And hey, guess what? I'd rather watch a brother's video, right? Or I'd rather dig into these scriptures than go to some club. So that lets you know where your mind is occupied in.
Yeah.
I don't even want to be out there. I don't want to be nowhere near no downtown. Nothing. Because it's nothing but madness.
Yeah, a bunch of death in there, man.
So, hey, most righteous men of the Lord don't want to be bothered. Particularly in these days, right?
That's right. Now it's so more than nothing.
Right. So it says, renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God.
See that, man? That's Hey, man, it's self-explanatory, man. You have to do that to prove it. You have to prove yourself. You have to be proven. Like, you're going to be tried like gold is tried in the fire. You know? That's to prove yourself. You know, we have to prove ourselves to the Lord. He don't got to prove himself to us, man. You know?
And A, it's a reasonable service to have to prove yourself every day, too. You
That's
do
right,
that on
right.
your job, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yup.
So,
Hey, boss, I'm here.
right. What more than doing that for Yahweh Shem Shah?
God.
Right?
The
Who's the
people-
ultimate boss.
That's right. And they're going to talk about you. Like, yo, you see, damn, man, something different about why.
Right.
Everybody want to talk. And yo, in the kingdom, you're going to talk about these experiences, man.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to talk about these experiences that we're going through right now. You know,
Hey,
how
some
we
of y'all
feel.
gonna walk with your head down,
That's right.
and some whose heads is gonna be up high.
That's right, man. The same way them dudes, Caiaphas and all them, they here right now, man.
Yeah.
They
No
here.
doubt.
They here, man. And all these different camps, because it's what? Amongst Israel. The ones, Caiaphas and them, they knew that they was Israelites, and they was in high ranking positions, man. You know? What's this? Oh, shit. 2 Corinthians 2 and 17. Yeah, 2 Corinthians 2 and 17. That's the brother Mawazar. Shalom, Ma.
Hey, shalom.
The brother.
Yeah.
And this back up will be as it said, too. 2 Corinthians 5 and 17.
5 and 17?
Yeah, because we was done with that one. So it go right with it.
Okay. The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 5, verse 17. Therefore, if any man be in Hamashiach, he is a new creature.
Oh, we just read that.
Yeah. That's the spirit. That's the
we
spirit.
just read that. I just looked like that. We just read that. So.
Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. Yeah. So we just read up.
Yeah, kind.
Yeah, so we was at I think we was at 18.
Oh yeah, kind. You know what? And I had 17 down there. So that's the spirit that you know.
Yeah.
Yo, kind. All things become new, man.
Yeah.
You know. Hey, man, the water, bro.
Yeah.
Because that was supposed to come out.
Yeah. Hey,
You know?
we're supposed to be as newborn babes, right?
That's right, kind. Let's go to 1 John 4 and 1, man. Just to touch on that real quick. Matter of fact, no, let's go to Isaiah 29 and 11. Because a lot of people, like, that's what we said, this is for the elect. You know what I'm saying? And then everything has to be different. Because before now, when we first came in, like you were saying earlier, there's certain things we ain't understand. We was reading, like, yo, we used to go to pastors.
Right.
Yo, man, listen, bro, break this down for me.
Yeah.
Yo, tell me about this and this, that. They couldn't do it.
No.
Now when you see men that can do it, it's like, oh, snap, your mind becomes open. And that's what making these people marvel at us, man.
Hey, man,
Like,
that's why the
something
pastor, he read maybe 1 or 2 precepts and close the book.
Yep.
And then he go off
Yo,
on a rant,
I'm glad you said
get the
that.
choir to start singing, mother bouncing up and down
Yo,
like
God,
she,
like a fucking
something wrong, yeah.
There's
Right.
a club, a nightclub.
Right,
That's
yeah.
all the Christian church is an old heads nightclub, man. That's it, man. You know?
Hey, you said Isaiah 29:11?
Yeah, come
Guys, book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 11. And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed,
on.
which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, I cannot, for it is sealed.
See that? And yo, that's what those pastors be saying. Because they're supposed to be learned. You know, we run into them, yo. Like when I was in the churches and everything, my godfather he's a pastor. So I used to be like, yo, man, I said I always ask about it, Genesis, which talks about Adam and Eve. So I'm like, so if it was just Adam and Eve, where the rest of the people come from?
Right.
He couldn't answer it. He
And
just
all
looked
you had
at
to
me,
do
he
was just
like,
read on, and you'll see.
Exactly. He said, well, I believe. So he said that, I was like, nah, man, this conversation is over. He said, I believe there's other people on the earth. But I said, man, come on. I said, it only talks about this. So everybody got to be chosen an ancestor. He was like, well, he started, I'm done. I'm cool.
Yeah.
Just stick to your little Sunday sermons, whatever, man.
Hey, Reverend Rib Tip,
Yeah,
listen, you got something coming to you.
and that's they ate a whole lot of that.
Right.
Shit. Every Sunday, you have
Right.
a big ass hand.
That's why they close the service down quick.
That's right.
You know, so they can watch the football game and cook ribs on the grill.
Yeah, cut.
Reverend Rib Tip. Come on. Something else, boo, I tell you. Hey, it says in verse 12, it says, and the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, I am not learned.
Because they don't know.
Right.
You know? They don't know it, man. But they marvel at the men that do know it. It's like, yo, how does he know this, man? Like the vocab. Vocab is never going to get it, man. I don't care how much. Yo, listen, he's set up. That dude is an Edomite, man. Straight up. Like, there's no doubt in my mind, man. Because, like, the way his whole mannerism, everything. And, like, you don't get it. Even if you was an Israelite, you're never going to get it. And you've been paid off, too.
Yeah.
Just like this guy, what's his name? Sarnetta. I believe him. When he was saying something about the Israelites, like, oh yeah, so that's how you know everybody's talking about the Israelites, man. Everybody. This is the hottest topic because they thought it was just a fad or a phase.
Right.
This
ain't no wave.
The wave comes up real high and crashes. Nah, this is never going to crash. Because the Lord told you that his words is going to be faithful and true forever. These words are going to be spoken in the kingdom, man. He's going to put it in your inward parts. So how is it ever going away? You know? The fashion of this world going to pass through fashion. And that's how they look at it. You know, a fashion. This is just a new fade. Facade, fashion. You know, like back in the 90s. People was wearing Carhartt jeans, Karl Kani's. You know, all those type of different polos still here. You got Louis Vuitton and all that stuff. But them little phases they had.
What was the one with the G? Jabos?
Yeah, Jabos. Yeah, oh, that was my six. Yeah. What? I love Jabos, man. You know, they try to make it come back, in the early 2000s, you know what I mean? But all those things, they come and they go, man. You know, and then some fashions come back, you know. But,
styles, yes.
Yeah, they come back, you know, but this word ain't going nowhere, man. You know, so you can talk about it, you can try to hide, you can try to do all these things, but it's never going to go anywhere, man. It's always going to be around, man.
Got a little more in this one.
Bring it out, bro.
Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men.
That's right. Yeah. And what they do for the precept of men, that's for their own personal gain. So they can get a following, and they carry them unto them. Just like IUIC, they worship Nathaniel like he's God, man. You know, they say he's the most powerfulest man on the planet. Come on, man. You dudes can't be serious, man.
Right.
You talk about him more than your house son. So who are y'all in it for? You know? Are you in it for Neat? Or are you in it for your house son? Y'all don't even call me outside. Y'all call him Jesus Christ.
Right.
So it's no difference between y'all and the world, man. But y'all not that new creature. Y'all still that same creature that was in the church. And all you do is throw on the purple garments and put Israel on it and try to mask it like that. No, but a wise man is going to see that, man. You know?
Just butchered too many precepts.
Man, he said Jacob's trouble wasn't coming.
Right.
Like, come on, man.
And then it was.
That's right. So, yo, he's a double-minded man. He's unstable. But a man of the Lord, what's that? A prudent man foreseeth evil. What's that? Proverbs 20 and 23, I think. Hold on, there, I got it real quick. 2023, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's not 2023. Oh, man. Hold on, I got it. And that's we gotta foresee that, man.
Yeah. 22 and 2.
Yeah, cut that. All right, I knew it's 20 or 22. Right?
Book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself.
There you go.
But the simple pass on and are punished.
That's right. So, yo, these niggas is simple. You know, and a prudent man, he understand it. You know, he foreseeth it. We hiding from that bull crap, man. We ain't trying to be amongst it. And all we going to do is just, Lord's willing, to stay in the word, man. Protect ourselves through the spirit and power. How about Shem Yahushai, man? By Shem Yahushai.
Right. Because, like you just said, brother, we can't protect ourselves.
That's right.
Hey,
Yo, come. That's right.
The only protection we have is Yahweh Shem Shai.
That's right.
So this reasonable service is our protection.
That's right.
Come. You know, and people can't even understand that piece.
That's
they
right,
think just because they Kwame Ashala, you know, that's they good now. No, you're not good.
And that's the fame. They want that fame because they know that this word brings fame.
Yeah.
They know that. That's why they want to get like the Knicks, like we were saying, they want to offer them that money to stay out there. Oh, yo, brother, just don't teach this thing. Right. Just like they was telling people. Right. You think they ain't try? They try to do that to the apostles. Try to give them that money. Don't teach in this name.
Right.
You know, you take it. Look at the Comfy. I think he got $1 million or something like that when he was alive. They gave him like $1 million or a couple million. I remember that. But when they gave it to him, he was in the clubs. You know, driving Maseratis, doing all this crazy shit. Look what happened. Now he's in the spirit world. And who have you taught? Like, you just got a following that you left that's completely off, man.
Hey, man, you can take that bag, and guess what? Once they finish with you, they're going to kill you.
That's right, yup.
You know, it's over and over. That happens over and over again.
And if you don't see that, he's a dumbass.
Right.
Matter of fact, we can end it on this one. 1 John 4. Up there.
1 John 4.
Yeah, 1 John 4:1. Because these dudes, they come in all different spirits, man. So you gotta basically be aware of it, man. Be on point, you know, because hey, man, they coming. Slide.
Right. Hey, you come around us, you're gonna get taught, and guess what? We whatever you got to give us, hey, Lord willing, He's gonna protect us.
That's right.
So we can't worry about that.
That's right. You're gonna get taught and tossed to the side.
Right.
We ain't dealing with no wickedness, man. Right. No wickedness over there, man.
We finished. That's finished. That's done.
That's right.
You know what I mean? It ain't no come as you are up in here. Right. You know, I think they got that song in the Christian church. Right. Come as you are.
Oh, yeah. But you supposed to. When we come into this truth, when you come into this truth, you is basically coming as you are because, like, you don't know nothing. So you trying to learn. Like, you don't got to put on all these fancy clothes. No, man. Right. You know? But the church,
they continue to let you come in.
Yeah, like, oh, just come as you are.
Right, every week. Every week you can't. Yeah, every week you can't come as you are.
And you ain't learning nothing.
Yeah. So
you in the wrong spirit.
You're in the wrong spirit. Because I get as we transition into the truth. Yeah, man, I was still wicked, you know, first year or so, right?
Yeah,
but
you gotta
there's a period. Yeah, right. there's a period. But hey, guess what? Second, third, fourth year, I can't continue to come as I am. Then I don't got the spirit.
Gonna kill you,
right?
That's right. That's what it said. Do the terror we persuade men.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And then like you said, you can't keep coming as you are because you said first year, second year, we always was messed up, you know, and that's why that's how decent how Bashim outside is because he knows his needs. He knows his fruit and the process that they have to go through to ripen to be, you know, before they're able to be plucked off and delivered, man. You know, so when we came in, that was the season for us to come in, man. You know, you got men coming in now and they learn, they fast learners, you know, because they got so many men out there teaching and so many videos to look at, you know, so they should learn fast. You know, but when we came in at the right time, and the Lord, if you one of His elect, you're going to be delivered, man. Without no ifs, ands, or buts about it, man. You just have to be faithful until death, man. Just look at how. That's why we entitled this. Everybody's talking about the Israelites, because look how much attention Israel was getting, man. You know.
Hey, it says in Romans 6, it says what? What shall we say? Shall we continue in sin?
Yeah,
So that grace may abound?
That's right. That's insane.
Right.
That's
No.
insanity.
So yeah, that every week coming as you are stuff, man. Hey man.
Well, you
That's
keep coming
through.
like that.
Right, yeah. That's through.
You know, you going to see the missiles.
Yeah. Because that's what they do in church. They continue in sin. They raise hell for 6 days. And for an hour and 45 minutes, they repent.
That.
Yeah.
Yo, especially the Catholics, man, they the worst. I seen a little video, it was like a TikTok, and mom was like, well, if you want to watch the Eagles game, we have to go to early mass, and you better not talk when the pastor's pre-talking. I said, what? I said, that's crazy. She was like, oh, if you do this, no. Now you have to go in the living room, grab the rosary beads, and say 12 Hail Marys and 5 Our Fathers. They believe that dumbass shit.
Madness.
You know, they believe they can sin all day. Yo, that's the Christian church do the same thing. Because they believe that they can sin all week, their whole life.
Yeah.
And they be like, oh, as long as you just accept God right before you die, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
And yo, I was living like that for a while, man, because I really believed it.
Right.
I said, man, you know what?
That's a heavy spirit, man. That's a heavy spirit.
It don't matter what I do. I said, because I'm the Lord going to forgive me. I was going to be like, Lord, forgive me. I'm going to be saved.
Right.
I really believed that shit. I was under heavy derision, man.
Right.
So that time I got stabbed, and I don't know what the hell I was saying. So that really brought me out of, brought me into reality, like, oh, shit. And I really was thinking about that. I said, damn, I got stabbed in my neck, man. I said, I could have died.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't even know if I said, Lord, forgive me. You know, and that right there kind of, like, slowed me down. Like, nah, the Lord, like, yeah, all right, nigga, because he always going to prove to you that, you know, he going to prove a lot to you. And he going to put you through that experience. That's what makes you who you are. That's what builds you up. That's what builds up your character, man. You know, to get you to the point that you at now, man. You know?
Hey, that's for a sign, too. That's for a witness, right? That's for a testimony.
That's right.
You know, what we all have been through, right?
That's right.
Because in John 6:37 it says, all that the Father giveth me shall come to me.
That's right.
And him that come to me, I will no wise cast out. So, hey, man, this was already written. This was we were predestined.
Yep.
You know, Lord willing, we'd be at that number. You know?
We predestined for something. We hope it's salvation. You know? But everybody on this planet got a purpose, man. I'm just like, you got men that set up just to die, man.
Right.
To be fuel for the fire, man. You know, and that's, man, just to live like that, that's crazy, man. I can't bear that. Like, yo, that's
it's all according to the Lord.
Yeah,
what he does.
That's right.
You know,
that's
not
right.
of our own.
That's right.
This book of John, 1 John, chapter 4:1. Beloved, believe not every spirit.
That's right.
But try the spirits whether they are of the power.
That's right.
Because many false prophets are going out into the world.
That's right. And that's so, like, yo, you got to do that. You know, because you got all these Israelite groups set up. That's why the apostles tell you, like, listen, man, you can listen to whoever you want to listen to. And I tell brothers the same time, like, look, man, I said, you really want to know the truth? I said, I can tell you the name of the Father and the Son. If it resonates with you, then you go ask him. Lord, I'm going to tell you I did. I asked the Lord, I said, Lord, lead me to a group that has the whole truth, that has all shades of Israel in it, and just tell the truth, man. You gotta be sincere when you talking to the Lord, man.
Right.
You know? And this what's John what's that 14, 13 and 14 where it goes into ask of me and you shall receive it, basically. You know what I'm saying? If you ask anything in my name, that what my Father gives you, or something like that. Roughly paraphrasing. Don't want to butcher it, but that's what you want to ask for. You want to ask for the truth. You know, not no damn cars and no women and all that. No, man, you want to know the truth, you ask for it. And then you seek or you search for it. And the Lord will give it to you. You know? But you got men out here that be asking some weird shit, man. Like some real weird shit. They're not men of the Lord. That's why you got to try these spirits. Because, like, yo, you go into a group and you ask them, like, damn, all right, you know, what you think about the RFID microchip? Think that's the mark of the beast? They start riffing on you, then, hey, that's up to you. That's your own discernment. We know that it's the mark of the beast. And that's what we teach here, you know? But If you think it's not, then guess what? You're gonna find out real soon, sooner than you think. You know, we've been teaching this for years, man. And now it's finally here. So people used to think when we were saying it back then, oh, they crazy. They crazy.
Right.
Matter of fact, it's some more on that.
No,
Because yo, here what's it? Ezekiel is 33. That's how they know it's prophet among. I think it's that one. So yeah, so you think that it's not that, like when before they was combating even more. Nate, it's June, ain't no microchips.
Yeah.
Now that's all over the place. Now what? I gotta talk about the Israelites some more. Everybody, oh, them brothers was saying this, man, back then. Oh man, look, now it's a reality. Bringing it out, constantly bringing it into your head, man. For you to see it. You have to see it, man. They say seeing is believing, you know? So now you see it, you believe it, but we foresaw it. That's why we brought out the prudent man, foreseeth the evil, man. You know? And hide yourself from it. So we teaching you that, we telling you about it. If you don't get it, then you don't get it, man. The Spirit is not dealing with you. You know? And the Most High gonna kill you. Was it that one? It's 33. Or is it 23. I know it's a 33 and a half.
No, I said thou shalt be filled with drunkenness. 23 and 33.
That's Ezekiel, right?
Yeah, Ezekiel.
Is it Jeremiah 33?
What was the precept again? What you want?
The nation I was a prophet among them. That might be Jeremiah. I know it's 30. Hold on, one second.
Oh, come. 33 and 33.
I was right, right?
Yeah,
All right.
come. Ezekiel 33 and 33.
Come.
And when this come to pass, lo, it will come.
That's right.
Then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them.
That's right. And yo, everything that we telling you coming out of this book, and we're not lying about it, we're not adding on, we're not taking away. Just a chance we a prophet, man.
Yeah.
You know? And we believe in it, and the Lord gonna show you miracles, man. You know? Then you gonna know, oh man, those dudes was prophets, because what's a prophet? He speaks before it happens. You got prophets of Baal too, man. Because they got their plans, they telling you this, that. And they things happen the way they want it to happen. You know, that's why you got, I did a video yesterday on what you going to do when the grid goes down. A Mark of the Beast update, because they had a dude on there, he was telling God bless you, all that. But he was saying how they told you about a pandemic. What happened was a pandemic. So they're prophets of Baal, man. You know, because they're telling you about things that they had planned already. So they're telling you, oh, there's going to be a pandemic, or the grid's going to go down. They know that shit because they're the ones doing it, you know? But, yeah, so, hey, man, y'all going to know that power was among you in that day, and you're going to wish.
Whether you were here or forbear.
That's right. You're going to wish that you heard these words. I just want to bring this word out real quick because we ain't good with it. What is it? Proverbs, a prudent man. But this is the word prudent. It says acting with and showing care and thought for the future. Right? So that's a man that's he's showing thought to it. He's like, oh shit, this is going to happen. You know, and he said he hideth himself from it. And he also warns the people, man. You know, that's what a prudent man would do. All right? So Lord's willing, man, to sit down with edifying. You know, everybody's talking about the Israelites. And they're going to continue to talk about us. And they definitely going to talk about us when we're in our kingdom and when we're in our power. Because the scriptures tell you, it said, thy people will be willing in the day of our power, man. Yeah. And right now, that's why y'all talking shit. But when that time comes, and the Lord, real soon, man, that's why we was reading the Acts, the 4th chapter, where they was healing people, putting hands on them. That's spiritual power, man. Why and how did it start? How did this spiritual power start? First of all, they believed on Yahweh Shah, man. When Yahweh Shah walked the scene. Those the men was doing those miracles, that was walking, they believed on Yahweh Shah, man. You know, and men that was around too, they believed on him. So that's why they was able to perform those miracles. And the men that believe on Yahweh Shah now, the same way they did back then, they're going to be doing the same exact thing, man. Believe that. Because his words is true and they're faithful. And he can't lie, man. And they're going to be talking about those men too. And they're going to be talking about them here in Babylon, to the destruction of Babylon, all the way into our kingdom, man. All right? I think, bro.
That's it, brother. That's it.
So with
yeah,
that,
powerful.
we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rechak, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. So the next lesson, Shalom. Waffle
Shalom.
Ball.
Wafa Baba Ball.
DTA.
Kwame Yashal.
Y'all know what that is. Kwame Yashal. Yeah, brother.
What we do?
That was beautiful.
What we do?